It started on a Thursday night just past midnight. Michael and Anna had put their newborn baby, Leah, to sleep upstairs. The baby monitor sat quietly on the nightstand beside their bed. At first, it was just soft static, a low hum that felt more comforting than disturbing. But that night, something else crept in. Michael was half asleep when he heard it. A faint voice. It wasn't Leah crying. It wasn't even a baby. It sounded like someone whispering. He sat up slowly. His wife was still asleep beside him. The voice came again, a little louder. It spoke in a language he didn't understand. Not clearly anyway. It was garbled, wet and close to the mic. Michael leaned closer to the monitor. Static, then breathing, then words, "She's mine now." He pulled the blankets off and stood up, his heart racing. The stairs creaked as he rushed up to Leah's room. He pushed open the door. The nursery was dark but quiet. Leah lay in her crib fast asleep. No one was there. He checked the closet, empty. The windows were still locked. Back downstairs, Anna was now awake. "What's wrong?" she asked. Michael didn't know how to explain it. He picked up the baby monitor and listened again. Nothing but static. "I thought I heard something," he whispered. Anna frowned. "Like what?" He paused. "A voice." They didn't sleep much that night. By morning, the monitor was quiet again, and Michael began to question if he imagined it. Until the next night, when the voice returned, and this time, it laughed. Michael didn't tell anyone about the laughter, not even Anna. He spent most of that Friday trying to convince himself it was just interference, maybe a neighbor's monitor or some weird radio cross signal. That night, they followed the same routine. Leah had a warm bottle, a lullaby, then sleep. The monitor sat on the nightstand once again. For a while, everything was silent, just the usual white noise. Michael stayed awake, pretending to read. But his eyes kept flicking back to the monitor, waiting. At exactly 12:27, it started. The static dropped for a second. Then breathing, slow, deep in and out. Then a whisper. But this time, it wasn't one voice. It was two. A second one had joined in. Lower, raspier, male. Michael froze. The voices were speaking in hushed tones, too fast to understand. He could only make out a few words. "Not yet. Soon. She's small." He grabbed the monitor and stared into it as if he could see through the speaker. Then the male voice said something that chilled him to the bone. "She can hear us now." Michael stood up so fast the chair tipped over. Anna woke with a start. "What are you doing?" "The monitor," he said. "They're talking again. There's two of them." Anna looked confused, still half asleep. He held the monitor up to her. Static. No voices. Just soft, normal static. "Michael, there's nothing there," she said. "I swear, just listen." He pressed the volume up. Still nothing. Anna took the monitor from his hand and set it down. "You're exhausted. Go to sleep." But Michael couldn't. That night he lay in bed staring at the ceiling. And from the corner of the room, he could have sworn he heard a whisper. But this time it wasn't coming from the monitor. It was right behind his ear. The next day, Michael bought a new baby monitor. A brand new digital model with video and audio. He didn't tell Anna. He just said the old one was acting up. By Saturday night, he had set up the new monitor. One camera in Leah's room. One receiver by the bed. Michael stayed awake again, eyes fixed on the tiny screen. At first, it was peaceful. Leah shifted a little in her sleep but didn't stir. Anna turned over beside him and sighed. "She's fine," she whispered. "You need rest." He nodded but didn't stop watching. At 12:42, the screen flickered. Just for a second. Then it came back, normal. Michael leaned in. He thought he saw something in the corner of the crib. A shape. But it was gone the next frame. He rubbed his eyes and kept watching. Then something new happened. The audio cut out. No white noise. No breathing. Just silence. Michael tapped the device. Nothing. He stood up and walked to the hallway. The house was dead quiet. He crept up the stairs, every board under his feet, groaning. As he neared Leah's room, a cold draft touched his neck. The nursery door was slightly open. He pushed it slowly. Leah was asleep. But the monitor camera light was off. Unplugged. Michael frowned. He was sure he had connected it. He reached down, picked up the plug. It was melted. He stared at the warped plastic in his hand, confused. Then he heard something. A whisper. Not from behind. From the crib. He stepped closer. Leah was still asleep, but she was moving her lips. She was whispering. He leaned in. Soft words. Over and over. Not alone. Not alone. Not alone. Michael backed away, heart pounding. The temperature in the room felt colder. He took one last look at the baby monitor. Still unplugged. Still dead. That night he didn't sleep. And neither did Leah. She stayed in her crib, whispering. To someone. Someone only she could see. Michael didn't go to work on Sunday. He stayed home, checking the baby monitor cables, the settings, the outlets, anything that could explain what happened. But the melted plug? No logical explanation. He searched online forums, asked questions without being too specific. Most replies blamed faulty wiring. But one response stood out. It said, if she's whispering, it's already too late. That night, Michael didn't set up the monitor. He sat in the nursery, rocking slowly in the chair beside Leah's crib. She was quiet at first, until midnight. Then she smiled, eyes closed, breathing slow, but smiling. Michael leaned in. Her lips began to move again. Whispers, like before. Come closer, she said. But the voice wasn't hers. It was deeper, older. It came from her mouth, but didn't sound human. Michael stumbled backward, nearly knocking over the rocking chair. Leah's eyes were still closed. Then she laughed. Not a baby's laugh. A dry, raspy chuckle. Michael ran out of the room and slammed the door shut. He woke Anna, shaking, drenched in sweat. She's not alone, he said. Something's in there. Anna pushed past him, but when she opened the nursery door, Leah was asleep. Peaceful. Everything looked normal. Anna turned to him, annoyed. I think you need help, she said. Michael stayed up on the couch that night. Lights on, eyes open. At 3:17 in the morning, the hallway light flickered. Then footsteps, soft, bare. They stopped right behind the couch. Michael turned slowly. No one. But on the wall behind him, written in small smeared letters, was one sentence. She is ours now. He ran upstairs straight to the nursery. The crib was empty. No Leah, no sounds. Just the unplugged baby monitor on the floor, still whispering. And behind the crib, two shadows watching.